Hey guys, I wanted to make just a quick video and update of my build and also talk a bit more about the Skitterbots, because we just got a patch which kind of bugged them, because you can now actually use Infernal Legion support duel with the Skitterbots and they do not lose life. However, I noticed that the damage from Infernal Legion support doesn't scale with Skitterbot life, and it only scales with the base damage that it gets from the Infernal Legion support, and also scales with other things like minion damage, burning damage, burning damage support gem, and other things that you normally use for like righteous fire builds. So yeah, their damage is pretty low, so I wouldn't think too much about making Skitterbots as your main damage dealers. The damage is really bad. The next thing, I tested a couple other things. Hypothermia, Unbound elements, and Inner Weight do not link with Skitterbots. However, Bone Chill does, and Bone Chill increases the chill effect. By default, it's only 10% slow, and you can get it to like 15%, maybe even higher. And I think that's all the changes I tested with the Skitterbots. I'm still using Skitterbots and I'm still loving them. And next, also a quick mention, it seems to be possible to get level 32 minions this league with all the other shenanigans. But of course it's going to be expensive, like level 4 in power, plus 1 boost, plus 2 weapon, plus 2 on the from the necro, and so on. Next, the update on this build. So far is going pretty well, and I actually forgot to record a couple other clips, so I'm just gonna show Azire runs. I think it was just a couple runs, but it's only one recording. And the damage so far is great. I decided to start using skeletons, and I think I'm not gonna be replacing Erendel's Embrace Scepter, because it does give cover enemies in Ash, which works very well for all the minions. And actually I have a list of all the damage scalings. Right, and here's the list that I made with all the damage layers that I'm getting for this build. So first of all, I have combustion on summon skeletons. So when they explode, we have a chance to lower enemy where is it? Lower enemy where is it? Lower enemy fire resistance by 18% currently. Then I got cover enemies in Ash, which is another 20% more damage, more fire damage from the scepter. Then I got aspect of the spider on the belt, which is another 15% more. Then the Skitterbots are another over 20% more because we shock nearby enemies. Then I got elemental equilibrium, which also lowers enemy fire resistance. And then I got exposure, and I do get exposure on Ray Spectres, linked with Elemental Army. Elemental Army has been renamed from the previously Minion and Totem Elemental Resistance gem, and it now applies a kind of weaker exposure. And I added fire damage to them so that we would deal fire damage the most. Now for defensive layers, I don't have a lot. I do have life, some, not a lot. Then Spectres with the bubbles for a bit more mitigation, not in the mitigation, to protect me against projectiles mostly, but it's not very reliable. Then I got slow from aspect of the spider, but that slow is only for movement speed. Then the chill from Skitterbots is action speed slow, so it does work very well. Then slow from cover enemies in Ash is a more, or should I say less enemies movement speed. So, but that's only movement speed. But that actually works very well against the tower defense. And by the way, I did like 3 blighted maps, and yes, it does kill FPS pretty well. But actually I started liking the league more and more when I started doing blighted maps. And lastly, I got some heal when my skeletons and SRS die close to me because of Malegaro's lens. They do heal me, but it's not very reliable. Also, despite using Malegaro's lens, which lowers my minions resistance by 50 because of necromantic aegis, my specters still have positive resistance because of the elemental army, which now gives plus 28 all the rest. Wait, that doesn't seem right. I had more. Huh. For some reason they have plus 83 to all elemental resistances. That's weird. What else is giving that much? Oh, the Ray Spectre's gem itself gives plus 30. So that's plus 30. Elemental armor is a number plus 28. So we do have positive res. I haven't checked PUB, but it should be pretty tanky and we should survive pretty well. What else? I still have very cheap item, extremely cheap item. Here's the thing. Tavokai Amulet, which many people thought that gonna be needed for SRS popcorn builds, is not needed at all. It's massively overrated. Another thing, the Fortress Covenant, whatever it's called, the new unique jewel which increases the damage that your minions take, also like 2 exalts, massively overrated, not needed at all. All I need is Malgaros Lens and Infernal Legion support, and that is pretty much all you need. You don't need to make this build expensive, it works very well for now. I have been doing up to tier 6 maps, not too far, kind of taking it slowly, but yeah, it works just fine, and I only have 5 link. My other items are pretty bad, and I need to let my cat out. So later I will be making a full build guide video, but for now, Summon Raging Spirits linked to Infernal Legion, minion damage, minion life, and Unleash for smoothness, I guess. Skeletons linked with Infernal Legion, Combustion, and minion damage. And the helmet has minion life, so it's another pseudo 5 link. And yeah, I don't have anything else good. Spectres linked with Elemental Army, Added Fire, and Meat Shield. I got Blighting with course and hit and vulnerability. I got Bone Armor. Bone Armor is from the Ascendancy, and it is like what is it called? It's shares cooldown with other guard skills. So if you use Bone Armor, you cannot use Steel Skin or Molten Shell, but for level 55, at that level you can get it. It does provide a lot of mitigation. 2209 damage absorbed, which is exactly the same amount of Steel Skin level 20. So next I got +2 levels of all minion skill gems, which only works for skill gems and not support gems. So that's another thing that I wanted to note. It only works for active skill gems, I guess. It doesn't work for your minion support gems. And then I just finished the last Uber Lab trial, so I'll be probably getting the Mistress of Sacrifice and using cast damage taken with Spirit Offering, so it would heal my ES a bit. Maybe that will provide me enough mitigation or like sustain. But otherwise I would probably like to get the Devouring Diadem, but I don't know. And I'm also not gonna be changing my weapon probably, because because cover enemies in ash does provide a lot of benefits, and I think I don't want to replace that. And also makes the skeletons pop faster. But without it, actually I could see without it. Oh yeah, it takes way too long for them to pop. And most of the clearing that I'm doing is with the summon skeletons, because I can just throw them directly onto enemies and move on. While SRS, you basically summon next to your face and then they fly away. By the way, I don't really have minion speed. I only got minion speed. I got it. I think I only got 1 node. Oh, from here. Only got 30% minion movement speed. I would probably like to get, where is it? This one. And I could get it with the oils on the amulet. Currently I have the diamond skin, which is this one, which I should be replacing like next level. When I get next point, I will be refunding, or should I say, I would be taking this node and changing this anointed thing. Is it called anointed? Whatever. And yeah, I'm level 82. Also, I need to change a lot of jewels. I am using, what am I using? I'm not using anything good, actually. I just said, oh, that's right, from dust. So until I got from dust jewel for skeletons. It now gives +4 skeletons with 1 cast. So by default you summon 3 skeletons or 2 at lower levels. Now it summons 3 skeletons with 1 click. So with that jewel, or maybe it was 3 all the time. So with that jewel I summon 7 skeletons with 1 cast, so I don't need Unleash anymore. Previously I was using Unleash and I was summoning 8 skeletons, I think. So that saves another support gem for skeletons. And yeah, I think that's about all. I will probably be making full build guide video Friday, and also Friday starts Borderlands 3, so I will most likely be playing Borderlands 3, so the next build will probably take a bit longer than normally. So that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.